What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, and I'm back at y'all with another one. So it is official. It is official. The pound for pound king, 5-division world champion, 3-division undisputed world champion, and first ballot Hall of Famer, Terence Bud Crawford, undefeated, 42 wins, no loss, no draw, 31 wins by way of knockout, is officially passing the torch to a guy that nobody likes, but the facts remain that Terence Crawford is passing this torch to a top 10 pound for pound fighter. Where you rank him right now is subject to your opinion. But soon, if he achieves what's on the table, there will be no opinion about who is the number one fighter in the world, with 2 fights that he has to accomplish. About 2.5. And that's undefeated, 3-division world champion, former undisputed lightweight, former WBC junior welterweight, and reigning WBO welterweight world champion, superstar boxer, Devin the Dream Haney, who is 33 wins, no losses, no draw, 15 wins by way of knockout. Now, Devin Haney garners a lot of disdain. A lot of people dislike Devin Haney because he's aggressive in his approach to making fights happen. And his father, trainer, and manager, CEO of DHP, Devin Haney Promotion, Bill Haney, is very boisterous. And they're not shy, and they do it their own way. And because of that, he garners a lot of disdain. With that said, the truth of the matter is, right now, everybody agrees, from Max Kellerman to Paulie Malignaggi to Andre Ward, so on and so forth, that he is a first ballot Hall of Famer because of his resume after beating Brian Norman for the WBO title and the manner in which he did it, after people said and writ him off and said that he was chinny, said that he was in his head, said that he was checked out, right? He was timid, he was scared, so many different things after that debacle that took place with him and Ryan Garcia a year ago, where he got dropped 3 times and then lost, and then the fight got overturned and Ryan tested positive for a banned substance, got suspended, right? He was out the ring for a year, came back, got the win against Jose Ramirez, not in the most crowd-pleasing fashion, and people writ him off. They said he was in his head. So he gets in there with a guy who is an absolute highlight reel, knockout artist, in Brian Norman Jr., who has 3 back-to-back fights that can all be knockout of the year components. And he drops Brian Norman. Everybody said he can't punch. He drops Brian Norman, hurts him bad multiple times, and dominates the fight. And takes a punch, the left hook that everybody said he can't get away from, and he can't take a punch, from a knockout artist in a highlight reel, and is not fazed. So with that said, Devin Haney is rewriting the story, and everybody is now like, okay, he's a Hall of Famer. There's 2 fights. Terence Crawford now has officially retired. Canelo Alvarez is in a pickle because he has no big names to fight, and he's either going to fight Dimitri Bivol in a rematch eventually, or David Benavidez. That's the biggest fights he can make. And I don't see him doing either one. With that said, if Devin Haney, who has now, by default, been handed the keys to having to defeat the guy referred to as the Phenom in Jaron Boots Ennis, who is 35 wins, no loss, no draw, 32 wins by way of knockout. The Phenom, the former unified WBA, IBF, Ring Magazine welterweight champion, now WBA junior middleweight interim champion and title contender. Devin Haney and Jaron Ennis are the same age. He's like a year younger. He's inherited the task of defeating Jaron Boots Ennis now. So that's one guy. The other guy will be a first ballot Hall of Famer should he be victorious in his next fight, January 31st. And that will make him a 4-division champion, Olympic silver medalist, who's now a 3-division champion, former unified super featherweight, WBC lightweight champion, and now going to fight Teofimo Lopez, who is very decorated, 2-division champion, unified lightweight, reigning WBO junior welterweight champion. And that's superstar boxer Shakur Stevenson, who is 24 wins, no loss, no draw, 11 wins by way of knockout. These are the two guys that Devin Haney is going to have to beat. And if Devin Haney achieves this and beats these two guys, Jaron Ennis and Shakur Stevenson, which is no easy task. It's no easy feat by no stretch of the imagination. And in the half is the rematch with Ryan Garcia. I said 2.5 people. Ryan Garcia rematch. He wins these 3 fights. He will undoubtedly be the pound-for-pound king. For one, it looks like he's getting ready to fight Louis Crocker for the IBF title in a unification bout, possibly in February, on the same card as Ryan Garcia versus Mario Barrios. So he wins this fight against Louis Crocker, unifies. He fights and rematches Ryan Garcia and beats him. Let's say Ryan Garcia, I'm assuming, right? Ryan Garcia beats Mario Barrios. He beats Ryan Garcia and Louis Crocker. He's the unified WBO, IBF, WBC, and will be the Ring Magazine welterweight world champion. And eventually, the WBA welterweight champion is going to have to make a move. Whether he drops the belt, fights in a unification, and that's Rolly Romero. Devin Haney becomes undisputed because he will beat Rolly Romero as well. But maybe Rolly Romero loses to, maybe the Pacquiao fight is made and Rolly loses to Pacquiao. And Devin can get the Pacquiao fight, or they vacate the WBA title. Who knows? But he gets that belt. He becomes undisputed at 147. He's now undisputed in 2 separate weight classes. He's a 3-division champion. The 2 names that stand in his way from pound-for-pound supremacy is going to be Shakur Stevenson, because if he beats Teo, he's going to be a 4-division champion and the first ballot Hall of Famer himself. The world is going to call for Devin versus Shakur. Now, we saw Shakur. Now, if Shakur keeps playing the games of rehydration and things of that nature, then that'll give Devin Haney, by default, a step over Shakur. If he gets the Jaron Ennis fight, let's say Jaron Ennis, who is now talking about fighting Xander Zayas versus Baru winner, because Virgil Ortiz and his dad are ducking. He gets Jaron Boots Ennis at 154. He beats Jaron Boots Ennis, who more than likely will be a unified champion. He is undoubtedly the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world. And because he's already set his stage so high, he's already built up the ladder so high already, that it's only going to make the road easier for him to undoubtedly be the pound-for-pound king. Inoue got a fight coming up against Nakatani, and he's on his way out. He's running out of opponents. Alexander Usyk is 40 years old. He's about to be out the sport, and Terence Crawford already stepped off. So the newcomers, the new wave is starting to make their way in. Jaron Ennis, Shakur Stevenson, Keyshawn Davis. And the thing I'm saying about Devin Haney, and here's why I'm saying Devin Haney is past the mantle. Because he's more boisterous, he's more aggressive. Jaron Ennis is not when it comes to making the biggest fights. He's passive. Shakur Stevenson is talking about catch weights and rehydration clauses and stipulations. Devin Haney is not. And Keyshawn Davis, we don't know what we're going to get from Keyshawn Davis. He's the wild card. But he has so much catching up to do that he's 5 steps behind Devin Haney. And Tank Davis, well, we already know that story. So Devin Haney pursuing and aggressively the biggest fights available is going to give him, he's boisterous, he's aggressive, he don't care about stipulations. That's going to give him a leg up on everybody else, Jaron Ennis and Keyshawn Davis and Shakur Stevenson. Because those are the guys that are prepped to take the reins from Terence Bud Crawford. If Shakur is talking about staying at 140, he could clear out 140 or going back to 35, but he's trying to maneuver around Keyshawn. That's not going to work. That ain't going to allow it. Terence Crawford don't have those obstacles. Floyd didn't have those obstacles, and neither did Andre Ward. Andre Ward was close with Andre Darrell, but they was willing to fight. Just Andre Darrell lost. There's the difference. Shakur can't be the pound-for-pound king operating around Keyshawn and not wanting to fight Keyshawn Davis. That's not going to work. See, Devin will fight Shakur, Keyshawn, and Jaron Ennis. Clearly, Shakur is not going to fight Jaron Ennis because he's talking about rehydration clauses and catch weights and stipulations. Keyshawn, with his situation, has taken 10 steps back. There you have it. Devin Haney is winning the race. And that's why the torch is being passed to him. Let me know what y'all think. Drop a comment in the comment section. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. I'm gone. Peace.